And so we return the key. Returning the key.
From this key function, this inner function that we're passing to parse with claims.
And so this is what it's being returned right here, right?
Yep.
Right there. And nil, and so that gets the key back. So we're just comparing that. And then it uses that key to
check if that third section, the signature, it uses the key to check if that signature matches the first two parts. So
this part down here, it does that.
Yeah.
So it does that. All right, yeah. So that's a bit of a black box. That function's a bit of a black box, and you're just kind of passing things in, and it does its work.
Yes.
And when I go look at how it does its work, we did that earlier. It's kind of like, wow, there's a lot there to understand. Okay, so anyhow, we were
down there and
log out, and so I parse my token, I get back my session ID, and now I need to delete from the map. And so is that, hold it, is that this? Is that how you delete from a map? Because, hold it, this is how I look it up. I'm asking questions. Go by example. This is like when I forget the syntax of something. I'll sometimes just go over to go by example, and I'm going to look for a map. And then in here, remind myself how to delete from a map. And then just delete, because my Oz ain't what they... Oh, delete MK2. Okay. So delete sessions SID.
Yep.
Yes. And does delete return anything?
Nope.
That's from package built-in.
So yeah, it doesn't return anything.
And so I've deleted my session. Now I need to get rid of the cookie.
Yep.
And so my cookie, I'm going to say, is C dot and timeout. Where is it? Expires. Or do I want to do, there's expires, there's two time deals. And max age, right? And to review which I should use, GoDoc. And I'm giving you this resource so you know where to look it up when you don't remember, like I'm not remembering right now. And I'm just going to search for max age. Who is this guy, Max, and why does his age matter? And type cookie struct, name value, max age equals 0, no max age attribute, max age less than 0, delete cookie now, equivalently max age 0, max age greater than 0, max age attribute present given in seconds. And there's max age. But there's also raw expires and expires optional. And so it really kind of looks like the documentation is saying use max age, whereas this one's just kind of optional. And I can't remember where I read it. Somewhere I read that these are like the old ways, this is like the new way.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You don't know where I read that either?
Nope.
Dang it. And so I'm going to do max age less than 0, delete the cookie now. C.max age is equal to -1.
Yep.
And now I need to set my cookie. So oh, wait. Is it set? No, wait, hold on. Let me go back here. Find set cookie. And
keep your hands out of the cookie jar. You shouldn't need to use cookie jar.
Okay, so it's just a function here, set cookie response writer, and then the cookie. Set HTTP, set cookie response writer, and the cookie. And now I'm going to redirect, http.redirect, and that's going to go dot, 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 and http.status 303, which is what? Hold on. It's, hold on, fine, 303. It's C other, but it's not finding it. How's that look?
Yep.
Is that how you would have coded it?
I would also check to make sure your method is correct.
Oh, up here.
Yep.
Okay, so
which you've got code for that from your other blocks
request
up top.
I know this so well. Yeah. I could code it quicker than I could go copy it. Just kidding.
Are you sure?
Request method is not equal to http.method post, then we're going to do http.redirect and And I think I want to add a message in, don't I? Or just redirect them and let them figure it out.
Yeah, just redirect. No. Don't forget your period.
Yeah, I was wondering what was happening with that, and then right when you said it, I was like period. And then this is what I used to always forget. When Daniel or I were in our early days of Go, he'd be like, you got to return from that. I'm like, but why? I redirected. Because it'll just keep executing the rest of this also, which is interesting.
Yep. Yeah, I was told, or I found online once, they said to always always use logout as a post only thing, because if if logout works with a get request, what someone could do is they could make an image tag where the source of the image is your logout thing, and your browser makes a get request to that endpoint, and your browser doesn't return a proper image, so your server doesn't return an image, so the browser doesn't actually display an image. But because you made that request, it then executes your logout code and forces the person to be logged out.
Okay, so if we didn't have this return here, it'd do all this and log them out?
Or just if you didn't check for if the logout worked as a get request, that's a possible vulnerability.
It's a vulnerability. If logout to get request, why?
So because there's several ways to make a browser make a get request to an endpoint, including just setting it as the source of an image tag.
An image tag.
So in your HTML.
The source of an image tag. Go get this image here. And so how would that be a hack? Like I create on my web page, create an image tag that says go log out of PayPal. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then somebody comes to my webpage and looks at everything, and there's an image tag where it tries to get this image from PayPal, but it's actually just going to the logout. And so if they were logged into PayPal, they're now logged out of PayPal.
Yeah.
And then
So you always want to make anything that causes changes to not work as a GET request. So logging out something that makes a change.
Okay. But how would
logout's not really that bad of a vulnerability, although it would be a pain if every time you go to some website it logs you out of some other website.
So it's just kind of a prankster deal.
So for logout it's a bit of a prankster thing, but you also want to make sure you do it for other endpoints that are a bit more important, like something that actually changes stuff. Don't ever have your purchase endpoint be support GET.
And so if we wanted to, we could create code.
Because when you do that GET request, it sends the cookies too. So if you're logged in and you do cookies as your way of doing your credentials, it sends the GET request. They could force, if GET requests worked to actually do stuff, it would cause, they could do cross-site attacks through it.
So with my little image tag on my site, log out of PayPal, it's a GET request.
Yep,
and then it's going to send PayPal cookies with that GET request to PayPal.
Which tells it what to log out of. But instead of it being, say, PayPal like that, say it was something like Amazon's one-click purchase. So Amazon's got the setting.
Oh, so like it'd go ahead and buy anything that's in their cart?
Yeah. So that's why you never want to have anything that does something be a GET request, because you can make a browser make a GET request super easy.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I like that. Yeah, I think that's cross-site scripting and then also code injection, like sites that don't escape code. That would be an interesting thing to delve into a little bit more.
So yeah, that's actually one of the vulnerabilities of cookies, kind of in general. The fact they're always sent means that other sites can do stuff like that.
And command line arguments, undefined parse, create.
Because you're now in multiple files, your go run needs to have you need to list out all files in go run.
Go run main.go and also.
Although you're in Bash, so you could use star.go.
Yeah, but I've already got main.go there and it's token.go.
Yep.
There we go. Thanks. Yeah, that's a space out I've spaced out on before. And
I usually have too many Go files to do the Go run at all.
There's a lot going on this page. And so we were liking, I don't know, we did Jenny. We'll do, let's do Shauna. I don't know, Shauna at uk.gov. I have no idea why Shauna came to me. And this is like,
I'm not familiar enough with 007 to know
No, I've
anyone.
never, yeah. Well, it's first. That's first. Shauna. And then this is the email, and this is the password, which is 1234, and submit. And
register done. So now go to login.
Oh, thank you. I'm like, why didn't it show me as already logged in? But I guess we didn't code it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're logged in, and I could also do this. And I'm logged in, and then I log out. And if I refresh or whatever, still logged out.
Yep.
That's pretty slick.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to see what's happening with that. Index parse token couldn't parse with claims. Parse token contains an invalid number of segments. That's the
Yeah,
fave icon stuff still.
It's just making a request to an endpoint while you don't have a cookie.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love that you got those answers right there. So I totally enjoyed that one. I feel like I've got like 80%, understanding, whereas you could say that's exactly why those lines were happening. I was like, wait, what's happening? Like, the code without seeing it, but I could write the code with, some help from you. But yeah, getting closer.
Yep,
It's good. Thank you. And that's this hands-on exercise.
Yep.
You have anything more you want to add? Because we're almost out of time. I have
got to do the Git stuff.
Oh. Control C, git add -a, git commit
Ninja
-m,
2, exercise
Ninja
7.
02, exercise 07, and git push, and git tag v0 dot
32.
32.0, git push tags. Yes?
Yep.
All right, now we're good. Make sure it's in the course outline.
Yep.
Good. Now we're good. Thanks, Daniel.
Yep. All right. That's it for the hands-on exercise. So the next lesson should be OAuth.
OAuth 2, which is one better than OAuth 1.
You would think.
All right. See you in the next one.